Good afternoon, Hit Nation. My name is Roy, the host of Mahapanies, the only host in the history of the internet, as far as I'm concerned, who fully and wholeheartedly admits that he has no idea what he's talking about. And to you folks, Fouquets and everything in between and beyond out there, just a shout out. We're back finally after 8 days. I feel like I have been run over by a truck, and not one of those normal trucks, but an oversized one. Woke up feeling horrible. Thank God for not for for Dayquil. It's not a commercial. It's just what I used, and just trying to plow through. But I wanted to record a video because I did actually record one, and then I watched Five Reasons Sports, and I saw, of course, a lot of the things that I said were already said by them. But the point here is not to mimic them. It's just to echo the same sentiment as to Tyler Herro's comments. And also, yes, I am going to still speak about Butler, just because of the fact that I think it's going to be relevant through the end of the season to mention him one way or another, just because the players mention him. And so this is mainly, first of all, today we play against Raptors 17-38. We are 25-28, so we are 3 below 500. This is not where we normally wanted to be, and honestly, this is not where we expected that we were going to be necessarily. Kind of thought that was going to be, hovering, around 500. 3 below is kind of a little bit of a hole. We need to get, a string of wins. The schedule may not necessarily favor us immediately, but this is this is a game that it would be very important for us to win. But I always say it would be. I'm not expecting anything from them. PJ Tucker is out for personal reasons for the Raptors. Of course, we have the people that are out for the season. Drew Smith in our team, and Ulrich Chomche, is that how you pronounce his name? Jacob Pertl is out with a hip injury, and Brandon Ingram is out with an ankle injury, so that should make things a little bit easier. I guess two of their more important players are out. For us, Tyler Herro is questionable with a shoulder strain, if not mistaken, something of the sorts. Let me take a look if I find something better here. Yeah, probable to play. Kevin Love is out for personal reasons. I think he's having a baby. Nikola Jovic is questionable with an illness. I don't know what kind of illness it is, but obviously when it comes to how are we playing, right? So the Heat is not a team right now that has the structure to be expecting wins. But we obviously hope that the players gelled enough. The players are in good shape, and with the exception, of course, of Jovic, who's questionable. I hope everybody that plays brings it onto the court because it's necessary. Now, there are a couple of comments that I want to make. So first of all, Tyler Herro said a few things in All-Star break that I think are interesting. A couple of them pertaining to Butler, a couple of them just pertaining to the team itself. I'm going to start with the things pertaining to Butler. Tyler Herro said a couple of things that make me understand that all of that report of I heard and I talked to people in the locker room. I forgot who made it, but it was ESPN. It was a lady. I forgot her name right now. I don't know why, but I'm having those blanks sometimes. Simpson? I'm not sure. Anyway, she wrote that piece in which she said that the locker room had a uncomfortable vibe, that people didn't want Jimmy Butler to be there anymore, that everybody was tired of this saga. And I didn't. It's not that who is saying that, right? The main thing is who is saying that, who is tired. When Tyler Herro said that, number one, he feels that the air right now is fresher in the locker room. It seems like a weight has been lifted off of their shoulders. When he says also that number 22 should not be retired because of what transpired over the last couple of months, you kind of know who said it. And at least you know that one of those players, one of the most important players in the franchise, Tyler Herro, right now and before, surviving all trade rumors and trade requests from fans, he's always been there, finally made it to All-Star. Did not get any kind of kudos from Butler, right? Whereas Buddy Hield did. That just says a lot. So yes, there were people, and one of them was obviously Tyler Herro. And we would not know that if Tyler Herro were not as honest as he is. When I was watching the Five Reasons Sports comment, they were mainly talking about how Tyler Herro said that this is not a team contending for a championship. And then one of the comments from one of the fans was that Butler would also say, we're not where we want to be. we need to get our stuff together. The truth is that I don't think so. Butler, when asked about his aspirations, whether we were number 5, number 7, number 8, number 4, he would say the same thing, looking to get a ring. Come playoff time, I beat anybody. It doesn't matter who it is, I'll beat them. And the truth is that that false confidence, or that sense of false confidence, is basically what I feel fuels a lot of this drama that was happening. We don't know exactly what happened. Like Butler said, the truth is going to come out sooner or later. It is. People nowadays talk about what transpired with Wade, what transpired with other great players that had issues with the Miami Heat and did not have did not get their money here and had to go somewhere else. We know what happened with Shaq. We know what happened with LeBron. We know a lot better what happened with LeBron today than we did when it happened. And so, 12 years ago, 11 years ago, something like that. When it comes to, about 12 years ago. So when it comes to Jimmy Butler, in particular, we will know what really happened, but there is always two faces from this guy. And that bothers me because I did not detect that kind of personality in him, even though he had issues. We honestly thought, okay, in the Miami Heat is going to be okay because they're kind of putting up with a lot of things because they value him. They value him as a superstar as opposed to other teams that value him as a second string in the fiddle. So that's going to be and right now that's exactly what he is, second or third option, right? Not second or third option, but second or third in ranks of leaders when it comes to the Golden State Warriors. They had a productive stretch of 4 games. I'm mistaken, 3-1 since the Butler trade, and I don't know if they played, honestly, these last couple of days. I've been out of it, and we had I think we won 1 out of 4 games since the trade, but with the players, we didn't win a single game as of yet, and we also had embarrassing games, right? 85 points, not being able to score more than 8 points a quarter, which is just ridiculous. So obviously, we still need to figure a lot of things out, but when Herro comes out and he says that, by the way, just to finish that thought. So when it comes to Jimmy Butler, when he says, I have nothing negative to talk about the team, which is something that he said right at the beginning there. But of course, as much as they're looking forward to play the Warriors, it is as personal to me as it is to them. As Butler said, it's all love. I love those guys. I don't believe he does. I know it's personal to him. And I know that he will make it a big deal, but he's literally beating on a dead dog. And I'm going to tell you one little story that again comes from soccer. That's where my background is from. There was a very good goalkeeper for Palmeiras, our main rivals. His name was Marcos, and he was the main leader in the team for over a decade. And he was a great goalkeeper, and he was also the voice of the team. And I remember with pride one day in which Palmeiras was defeated by 6 goals to no, meaning 6-0. And as you know, goals are not common in soccer, right? That's what makes it more boring to Americans. They allowed 6 goals. And by allowing 6 goals, that was the first leg of a 2-leg playoff series, right? It's the number of goals that are going to count, not who wins, but the number of goals. So by 6 goals to nothing, they needed to score 7. They needed to score 6-0 to get it to the penalty shootout. And Marcus, when asked about it, he said, "We didn't score 6 goals the entire season. We're not going to score 6 goals now. We played like and we're a terrible team right now. We got to figure things out." And that is the leader talking. So I understand that some fans think that Herro, not being a leader, but for some reason they believe that he should somehow be a leader. It's always been really, as Raph says, it's always been Butler, Bam, and then Herro. Right now it's Bam and then Herro. Okay, I understand, but it's Bam first as a captain of the team. But even if Bam said that, I would rather hear somebody say something honest. We are not playing it. We're not championship material, because we're not championship material. And anybody that deludes themselves are basically doing what they constantly say in 5 Reasons Sports podcasts. Don't pee on my leg and tell me it is raining. I forgot the guy who said it last. But I agree with them. I don't agree with those who think, oh, I don't care if it's the truth or not. We should not be hearing this from Herro because he's one of our leaders. No. Even if it was the most important leader, I would rather hear the truth than hear somebody being deluded about the entire situation, which is what we would have heard from Butler, quite frankly, not the opposite. It's not that he would have said the same thing. I disagree with that comment from that fan. And that's pretty much it for me. No expectations for today, but it is a game that we definitely need to win if you want to get the season back on track. Is that going to be a definitive game? No, after that we still have 28 games. But again, every single game now is definitive. Every single game is always definitive in 82 games, especially down the last stretch. After this game, we're only going to have 28 games to go. So it's very interesting to find out what's going to happen, but completely unexpected. And I don't even think that this team is close to being the same team as we're going to have next season. I may be wrong, but I hope I'm not. In any case, stay safe, stay dry, stay as happy as possible in this very complicated world of ours. Let's go Heat.